What a disaster this is going to be. All right. Says we're live.
All right, I'm gonna go check in a sec.
Yeah, go check. Make sure you can hear me, you can hear you, all that good stuff.
Oh, we're live.
Oh boy. How long has it been?
It has been a long, long time.
Long, long time. All
Hold on, let
right.
me see if I'm coming through.
Yeah, check your audio over there. Make sure you got it.
Testing, testing. One, two, three.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I hear it. I hear myself.
Awesome. What is going on, guys? It is your boy, Takun, with my co host, Dark Cloud. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Let's get everybody. It's been a long, long, long time. Been
Yeah,
working.
check your audio over there.
Kids too loud, so not hasn't been that much videos, but we've been doing the damn thing. Been doing the damn thing.
Yeah, that's definitely what's been happening. On my end, I posted up a couple of videos, kind of here and there randomly over the past. I think the last one was about 3 months ago. Your boy finally got over that depression hump, and now I'm just dead inside. So that's fine. That's fine. I'm a functioning adult now. I had just recently got a job here about a week before all this global pandemic stuff really started hitting. I'm in
So they got you
Washington.
working from home.
Yeah, I'm in Washington now. So they actually sent us home about a week or two before like the actual shutdown started happening. So I still have to go in the office for some things, but yeah, you would think here during this global pandemic, Cloud and I would actually have more time to do shit like this, but it's like we kind of don't.
Now, as a matter of fact, I think this is my. I've only beaten two games since the pandemic: Final Fantasy VII Remake and Trials of Mana. And I've been playing a little bit of Animal Crossing. My daughter started playing it. She wanted me to play it, so I've been playing with her, popping in her village, especially with her stuff. So
Yeah,
that's the only thing that's been up.
me, I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing, and I think that's like mostly about it. I haven't been playing too many games lately. Haven't really been like downloading games or buying too many games. Like it's just all been on the back burner as I've slowly tried to get my life together. So that's what that is.
Yeah, yeah, sounds about right.
All right, all right. So
So like Sony has been literally having me work my ass off from home from early morning till around 7 o'clock. And then the only time I want to like either game or do something is like the family wants to sit together and watch movies. So I have to depend on the Switch, bro. It's like I can't sit and enjoy my office. None of that.
none of that fun stuff. Ain't that bitch?
Nope. Yeah, man. So a few things have been happening. A few things been happening.
A lot of things have been happening. There's some things that have been happening like literally today and yesterday. So it's good timing that we finally, um, you know, got together and did this.
Yeah, a lot of stuff been happening. I see you playing Pokemon still. I mean, is there anything new? I mean,
No,
I can.
the okay. So this will be a topic we'll cover later on, but uh, basically the World Championships have moved online for
Mhm.
Pokemon, and like the qualifier, like the Open qualifier, starts next week.
Uh,
So
oh, so you're going to attempt to challenge?
yeah, I'll go in the Open qualifier. I don't give a fuck.
Yo, you know what I saw and was pretty dope, and I'm like, maybe I should do. I can't wait for this to come out. Did you see a game called Ninjala?
Yeah, I saw that.
I tried to play the beta, but the beta did not work out for me. I don't know what happened. It had certain time, and when I logged on to the time, I wasn't able to play. I don't know. And then there were other people playing. I guess they weren't a part of the beta. They had like some specific code or something like that.
Mm, I
Yeah, but
just
it to me it reminds me of Splatoon, with swords.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I haven't even played the beta or played the game, nothing. I just looked at it and I was like, I'm not even like that big on Splatoon, and this looks even more annoying because you have to be in melee range. So yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Didn't look like it was anything for me. But so we went over the games we've been playing. Um, people want to talk about Unreal Engine 5. So why don't we do that?
So hold up. I mean, I'm gonna save it for my channel, but Unreal Engine
Oh,
5 was
what?
shown off.
What?
Unreal Engine
You're gonna
5. I
hold
mean,
back on the
no.
Final
I'm
Batch
gonna talk about it.
podcast?
I'm gonna talk about it. But the whole PlayStation side of things,
Okay, what we got?
you know,
I know you're kind of crunching out there.
which oh no, what the hell happened now? Yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
All right, yeah, I don't know. Must have been a spike. So, Unreal Engine 5 was shown off on the most powerful system of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, correction, the most fastest system, PlayStation 5, showing off a tech demo from, Epic Games. But I was pretty shocked and pretty blown away the fact that this is actually coming to the engine is coming to Switch. So I'm a little interested on how that's going to turn out, to be completely honest. The fact that the Switch is getting Unreal Engine 5 and the stuff that they're talking about, global illumination,
Mm-hmm.
nanites, they're talking about like their new audio engine. And the one thing that Nintendo continues to strip away from Switch games, whenever a Switch game comes over, you're only getting 2-channel stereo.
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy to see like they're obviously gonna do teardowns and all of this other stuff, and it makes me wonder if like will there be a what do you call it? Will there be a new Switch coming out to basically take advantage of this goodness? Because the Tegra One is hold on, let me take a look. So the Tegra One came out.
Came out a hot minute ago.
Yeah, it isn't okay. So it came out 2014. We're in
Mm.
2020.
Yep.
If you want an exact date of how old this is, it's 2,314 days old. That's how old that chip is.
Why'd you have to give the count in days?
Because when you type in Tegra One release date, it gives the announcement date, and then it says equal to the amount of days that it's been there.
That's terrible.
That's funny as hell, dude.
Oh man, that's
But
wild.
so yeah, man. Like, what do you think? Like, do you think that's going to be something that people are going to be interested in?
It's weird how people are watching and reacting to it, and then some people are trying to downplay Unreal Engine 5 like it's somehow not a big deal. I'm like, you do realize like pretty much
Everything.
everything runs on Unreal Engine. It's a very big deal when they come out with a new version of it. So
Just look at what was it? If you watch the Summer Fest game event, while Epic was talking about it, their Fortnite, the most popular game on the planet, is
yep.
they're literally going to add that engine in an update. You're not even going to get a brand new game. They're just going to update it, and your game's going to visually look better. It's kind of like, damn, what MMO was it? I think it was Final Fantasy 14, where they came out with a newer, updated engine, and the whole games overall just looked differently. You didn't pay no difference. It was just a new update in the engine. So it's like that's crazy. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so that's just shows you how big it is, man.
Yeah, it's going to be a very big deal, and especially if they have like Fortnite at the front run of it, and it looks significantly better, then I definitely think more people are going to be paying attention. But I mean, obviously, this is a big deal for PC, for Xbox, for PlayStation, because those are going to be obviously like the beefier side of hardware, taking advantage of all the fancy new gizmos, gadgets, tools, and everything in there. But
Well,
I was talking about with you in our chat was I'm really hoping that it helps the Switch in a significant way. Maybe not so much like things magically become like visually better, but I'm hoping there's a lot of like new tools and just like things are smoothed out in comparison to like previous engines to where games will just run better.
Hmm.
And I'm sure that's going to be a thing. Otherwise, they wouldn't bother having it, for the Switch, for mobile phones and stuff like that. So uh, there's got to be some benefit that they haven't mentioned for like some of the obviously weaker devices.
Of course, the one thing about Unreal Engine that even though it upgrades to like 5, it's backwards compatible for older hardware. I mean, you're going to be limited to some things, but yeah, there's going to be some stuff that change. But to basically to piggyback on what you said, this even though this engine was running on the PlayStation 5, it was running at 1440p 30. And while
Mm-hmm.
while that's there, it wasn't running in what do you call it, ray tracing. So, and the thing is that engine supports ray tracing. So that demo only running at 1440p 30.
Mm-hmm.
It only means it to me. It feels like that engine is going to be more of like a resource hog. So there can also be that backfire. And the fact that they're saying this coming to Switch, I wonder if that's like an overshoot.
It could go either way, right? I think it's going to come down to how the developers try to go about it.
Hmm.
If you try to use all the new features and then on top of that still, you know, throw in a massive number of textures and polygons and all that, yeah, I could definitely see people running into problems really quick. But, you know,
Yeah,
who
there.
knows? Like, uh,
One,
it's just been
one
revealed. Like, even developers don't know how this is going to play out, you know?
Yeah, Digital Foundry wanted to get their hands on it. I feel the one thing I hate about Digital Foundry is like just because you guys are the gaming nerds where you basically break shit apart, you don't have to be a part of everything. Like the moment that thing dropped, they had an article that released.
They had like 3 videos up within a
They
day.
had that's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, they didn't invite you. This was their event. Let them fucking talk about it.
Yeah.
Your breakdowns, like, how are you gonna break down what the guys that created the actual fucking tech demo? How are you gonna break it down better than them? Oh, it's using global illumination. He said that already.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
like, and I'm not hating, but it's like, dude, it's like, bro, because it's a part of PlayStation, like PlayStation gave them the okay to do this. It's like, oh, we got to get on board on this. But the thing is, they don't have that inside stuff like they have with Xbox, and that's because of their the way that they've been with for Xbox for a minute now, where it's like, oh, we get to see the Xbox live, we get to talk to Phil Spencer, we get
Mm-hmm.
to touch the Series X, kind of like what they did with the processor of the Xbox. What is it? The Xbox Scorpio, right?
Yeah.
So they don't have that same insight from PlayStation because it's like PlayStation doesn't trust them. Like what information you're leaking to get all this stuff from Microsoft, like up close. That's just my personal take on it. So it's like whatever. So I hate how they feel like they have to be a part of everything, man. Like, dude, like I my notification, 3 videos in one day, and then an article talking like you were there. Oh, we uploaded some sample photos. Shut up.
you know, is it that they're trying really hard to be a part of it, or is it that it's just so expected of them because they're Digital Foundry and they, you know, break down everything when it comes to the technological, capabilities and everything. So maybe it's them trying to live up
There,
to this, like, I don't know, their own reputation.
I guess, but there's just some things that like okay, how do you break down Mark Cerny's deep dive? Really? The guy had a video talking about how the PlayStation internals are going to work and how it's going to do things and what the computational mathematics is going to be for the throughput and all this stuff. They made a video breaking that down. Come on, dude. Like at some point, it's like when a game comes out, you give me the hard numbers and you go about your business. Yeah. That's. I mean, sorry to go off on that, but it's like I'm just tired of seeing them at the face of everything, trying to explain everything like they know everything.
Yeah, I mean when it comes to their technical breakdown of games, I'd say like they're pretty good, but when
Yeah,
it comes
it's
to
pretty good.
everything else, it's just kind of I don't know, kind of whack. I don't know how else to
Did
put it.
you? One of the things that they always say is like, yeah, it drops from 30 to 28, and it's pretty jarring. My nigga, I'm sorry.
From 30 to 28.
Like, come 2 frames, dude. I sit there and I deal with resolutions all day, all day. I have a 3440 monitor, 1440p. Then I have a 4K HDR monitor and the
Hmm.
1440p monitor. They're both HDR, right? And I'm like, I go back and forth between them, and I'm like, I don't see the resolution thing, and I'm not sitting that far away. I'm literally eye tonguing these monitors and looking at different frame drops and all this stuff, and I can't
Hmm.
see it. I could tell when a game goes from 60 to 40 easily, but not 2 frames.
Yeah, and especially if it's just a temporary thing. Like if it
Yeah,
consistently drops, you would probably notice, but if it just drops for a second,
yeah.
like who's gonna really catch that
So look forward to more deep dive on what is it on
on Digital Foundry?
Unreal, yeah, Unreal Engine 5 and how it's going to play out and all this other shenanigans. And
Yeah.
I'm wondering. So Tim Sweeney, the Tom Sweeney, the guy over at Epic Games, he basically literally said that the PlayStation hard drive is god tier because it runs like 9 gigabits per second throughput.
Hmm.
And it makes me wonder when they were talking and showing off the tech demo, it was like, okay, there's literally no pop in, there's no load, there's no lag, there's no glitch, there's nothing. And all those rocks dropping and the lighting and everything, the illumination, all that stuff, the nanites, all those things just basically moving around. And I'm like, dude, if it takes a hard drive at that speed to take advantage of this engine, first off, that hard drive doesn't even exist in the world of PC yet. So it's like the Switch, even though it's cartridge based and it's flash card based, it doesn't take advantage of speeds like that.
Nope.
So we'll see. You remember when we thought, hey man, they're going back to cartridges? Oh, instant load times. Nope.
No, that didn't fucking happen. So that was a fucking lie.
Yep. I mean, they didn't say it, but I mean,
That's what everyone thought.
a lot of review sites, Kotaku, a lot of sites were basically saying the fact that it's going back to cartridge, we're probably going to get better load times. You're not going to get any scratch disc. That's true. There's no scratch disc. You know, load times, everything's going to be installed, so no pre-installed stuff on it. That's a lie too, because you got to sometimes download portions of a game.
Hmm.
But what was it? Doom. You had to download the multiplayer.
Yep. Oh man, I didn't read. Why did I send
So,
this out?
so speaking on Switch, I know you saw that goodness of Paper Mario.
Oh, yep. Yeah,
Dude,
that's
I
that's one
gotta
of our
say
topics.
that shit looks absolutely amazing for a
It looks
paper
good.
mache game. Yo, there was even elements of it that brought me back to like Wind Waker when he was in the boat riding on the water. I'm like, oh, Wind Waker vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean it looks really good. It's Paper Mario is one of the series like I haven't got around to playing yet, and I kind of always been eyeballing it. But after this trailer, I'm like, okay, I definitely want to get into it, and it's a different direction for Paper Mario, and I like it. Obviously you have like the like hand drawn cell shaded style of Paper
Mhm.
Mario, but then to throw in this Origami King and like have origami versions of everything. I mean, it's all still paper, but it's a clash of two completely different art styles, basically. in the same game, and I love that Nintendo goes that route with their
Yeah, they
like the
kind of give
artistic
you.
direction of stuff. Yeah.
Mhm. They give you the best of both worlds. Like, oh, it's a Paper Mario game, but when you see the way the world around the game even looked like it has ray tracing, the way that the lighting and shit was hitting, I'm like,
Hmm.
wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, man,
Looks
it
great.
looks and then the release date, July. That's
Yeah.
quick.
2 months away. So that's the thing. Nintendo, they said that they're holding on to games that are coming out this year. Like they haven't even announced yet. So I'm pretty sure. I mean, obviously this is one of them, and then they still have more up their sleeve. And then you guys have to remember we're not getting an E3 this year, so I definitely expect, especially now that we're coming up on mid-May and we're going to be coming up on June here, we're going to be seeing a lot of announcements trickle out at these companies' own pace.
Hmm.
Oh crap! I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. And did you see the Easter egg at the end of the trailer with Samus's helmet?
Oh yeah,
And
that was rude.
what did it say? It said that's not something you see every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that's a hint that we're at least getting some news on Metroid Prime 4 at some point.
That's them poking the bear, man.
Yeah, I mean it's not past Nintendo to tease us with something like that and then not follow through. Because remember there was E3, how many years ago was it? It was like 2014, 2015 when they made a Mother 3 joke. And then everyone's like, oh, Mother 3 is going to happen. And it never happened. So, yeah. I want to be hopeful and say something Metroid Prime 4 is going to happen, but, don't count your chickens before they hatch.
To be honest, I'd rather see a Metroid. What is it? Remaster.
A Metroid Prime?
Not re. Yeah, not yeah. Metroid Prime or a trilogy.
Yeah, yeah. I'm really hoping that's what they give us to
Bro,
hold
it's
us
out there. Go
over
play it.
because they have released the trilogy obviously on the Wii and they put it on the Wii U. I don't know how much effort went into the Wii U re-release. If they, updated it like, HD resolutions, but that I mean, I'm pretty sure that's something relatively easy they can give us to hold us over until Prime 4.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying something like that because the fact that they had to restart it a few times, well, not restart it a few times, they had to restart the entire make process of it. They should have started with the original studio that made the freaking game. I feel like that's the one project they had that not necessarily one, but that's one of their projects. I think they shouldn't be so easily to hand it to a different studio to make. It's not like Sony's gonna give, hey, what's it called? Guerrilla Games. We're kind of busy over here at Naughty Dog. Can you do me a favor and make the next Uncharted game? Like you should never do something like that.
Nah. So yeah. Uh, Overall, Paper Mario Origami King is just a trailer, but looks pretty damn good. So let's see. Well, yeah, we got to talk about all these re-releases coming out. You want to talk about Tony Hawk 1 and 2.
I was just
You want to talk
literally,
about
I was
that.
literally, it was literally on my tongue. And your stupid friend literally thinks it's coming to the Switch, but
I mean, I know
if it
you're
does,
hoping it comes to the Switch.
I don't know, man. I remember playing Tony Hawk on my PSP, and it was just unbearable. So I want to play it at like a smooth frame rate. I consider it a sport game, so I would like for it to be 60.
Oh, that's a big ask for the Switch, but
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm gonna have to deal with it on PC and console. You know,
fair enough.
I gotta say that that's how you do a remaster, though. I keep stressing those two different words, remaster and remake, because I'm just tired of people with this whole, oh, it's a remake. No, no, remaster and remake are two different things.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, like what was it? Final Fantasy VII is a straight up remake. It's not the same game. You're right, remake.
Exactly. Exactly. It's in the title.
Yeah, like you look at what was it? What was it? Resident Evil 3 remake. Okay, it's a remake. It's not the same thing. Anything that comes out and it's got the word remake in it, they change stuff. Oh, it's not one to one with the original. Yeah, it's remake.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, like you want remaster, you get remaster. Remaster is basically they tuned up, they added some textures, but literally the game word for word is the same. But this is a really good remake. I mean remaster, and I can't wait for it to come out. And the fact that it's going to be two games in one. It's a really good way for Tony Hawk to fix the screw up that he did with that last Tony Hawk game that came out on came
He
out.
personally has nothing to do with the game development.
Well, you know what? He announced it on his birthday, so shit.
You're gonna let him
You
hold that
know,
L.
yeah. And when the other Tony Hawk came out, he was sitting there. He was sitting there with Lil Wayne, and that game turned straight hot garbage.
Straight hot garbage.
Yeah, man. What was it? Tony Hawk 5?
Let's see here. Actually, why is this?
Was it Tony Hawk 5?
There we go.
I don't know.
My goodness. I'm sitting here looking stupid with how I have this.
There is one game that the Switch is getting skateboard style. And as much as I love Tony Hawk, ever since they implemented the stick control game like Skate, there's a game that's coming. I think it's called Skate XL. It's also coming to Switch, and that game is like a skate game. So we don't need multiple skate games like that on skateboarding games like that on the Switch. It's good. It'd be nice, but a game like Skate XL, I could dump hours in. I remember playing Skate 3 on PS3 for hours on in just an area, perfecting a specific trick and then re-recording it and then turning the angles to see if it came out, landing and trying to be realistic. Tony Hawk's not the game you be realistic. Like the dude's literally jumping from like 2-story windows and landing into a manual. Your ankle would snap on impact.
I mean, but that's what made Tony Hawk fun, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that is the soundtrack is what made Tony Hawk fun.
Oh yeah.
The long I remember putting hours. Not most people that don't know, Tony Hawk is the reason why I even started skateboarding. Like I was interested, like I saw people doing it, but like started playing Tony. I'm like, yo, this shit is cool. I want to try this. That's when I got my first skateboard and literally started like messing around, landed my first kickflip. I was like, yep, this is what I want to do.
Yeah, that's how it starts for a lot of people. Tony Hawk definitely inspired
too bad games like Fire Emblem don't trigger people to become sword fighters.
Why you got to clown Fire Emblem, man?
It's an amazing game, man. This
is a really good one right here.
It's probably one of the best ones. I remember you rated Awakening higher than this.
Oh hell no! Oh no, bro. Why do you have to mention stupid shit like that?
Because you put 60 hours into that game.
60 hours into Awakening. Do you know how many hours I have in here?
I think almost 400, right?
Oh no, I don't have that many. I don't have that many. Let's see.
No, I think you're in like the 200s.
Fire Emblem, I have 175.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about to be 3 times the amount.
Yeah. That's when you know you really like a game to go and beat it multiple times.
Yeah, this is my 3rd playthrough right now, and I played through the Ashen Wolves DLC, so if you want to count that as a playthrough, then I guess this is like my 4th.
I'm definitely good on that. Dude, what is that? Does that say 200 hours in Pokemon?
Yeah. I do
Jesus.
have 200 hours in Pokemon.
Man.
It is disgraceful because the game's not that good. Like normally when a new Pokemon game comes out, I'll be putting anywhere from 400 to 500 hours into it. So that 230 hours into Shield is actually like pretty fucking
Mm,
disgraceful.
yeah, man. What else has happened? What else has happened? There was rumors of a more powerful Switch again.
There's always rumors of a more powerful Switch around the corner, but as we near closer to a PlayStation 5 and whatever they're naming that next Xbox, I
Series X.
whatever. It's
I mean, what? You don't think it's a name that a parent's gonna figure out immediately when they go to Best Buy or
dude,
GameStop? Like,
it's a
sir,
name a gamer like me doesn't care about. Why would anyone else care about it?
you know what? And it's that same joke that I made last time. It's I'm a mom, I'm a dad that knows nothing about gaming. Hey, let me get that new Xbox. Which one? The S, Lockhart, or the X, or the X1X? Uh,
Just
what's the
fuck it. Just give
difference?
me a PlayStation.
Exactly. Is this the same way with PlayStation? No, it's just one of them. Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. As you know, in the past, I want to say in the past, it's like a long time, about a decade ago. I'm like, damn, Sony just won't give this thing a new name. They just keep adding numbers to it. But it makes sense from the consumer standpoint. You know that's the latest version. There's
Yep. Or
no
even if you call
confusion.
it something different, like when Nintendo did it, Super Nintendo, GameCube, they gave it different names.
Yeah. And they shot themselves in the foot with the Wii U, and they learned from that mistake, and now we have the
Hmm.
Switch. So,
If they get another one, it's got to
oh
be
my
Switch 2
goodness,
or Switch Pro.
my stream layout's still retarded. Why am I so bad at life?
Nah, it's good, man. It's good. It's good.
Here, let's try to do this. Nope, nope, I just suck at life.
You better not mess with it before the stream goes down. But
Nah, I think it's good now.
my Switch isn't even
I'm
down here.
sloppy. I'm sloppy. It's my first time. I think it's my first time streaming on YouTube at all.
Yeah, yeah. The channel's been sleeping for a little bit. You would think, like you said earlier, the fact that we're at home every single day, that we would have
Yes.
more videos up, all of that stuff.
No, no, we've both been swamped.
I just need the thing is for me, I'm too obsessed with perfection in a way. Like if I'm gonna stream, I don't want to have to make any lunches for the kids. I don't want to have to cook. I don't want to have to clean. I don't want to have to do nothing. I want all that stuff done, and I want to be in total silence. No one to bother me. Don't have to worry about anything, and then
Oh,
do it.
and that's why your ass hasn't done it for the past 7 months.
Exactly. That exactly. Like jumping on to, like, let's say AGS podcast, and I do that show for 2 hours, then I'm done. I just wipe my hands clean of it. But I do miss sometimes jumping on and talking. There are people that still follow. I still have a pretty decent Twitter following, so I think I want to start just doing videos again, just being me.
Do it. Ain't nobody stopping you. Well, I'm not stopping
Yeah.
you.
And especially right now, everybody's just sitting at home, so sometimes people want stuff to watch.
Yeah, I think now is definitely the time for us to at least try to get back into consistently putting some
I need to
content
debate
out there.
Baron. I need to debate with Baron in the same room. That
You need to do it on
I
this
need
channel.
in the channel. I want to meet him in real life. Like, I need to sit down with Baron just for real, no persona, and ask him if what he's doing on Twitter and YouTube, is this really him? Because sometimes the shit that he says, like he's in the Final Dash podcast chat, and the stuff he says,
You know he's
like
not gonna drop the facade if he knows you're uploading it or if it's being live streamed.
I
You know
okay
that's
then,
not gonna happen.
okay then, tell me in private, like, yo, dude, this is just this is YouTube, man. I'm just being a persona, whatever.
I mean,
I'm cool with that.
do you
But the
think he's in
shit
his?
he's
Do you think he's in his persona for so long? Like that's his real personality.
remember Baron going to the Game Awards, and instead of telling people his YouTube channel or where he's at, he went on there with a persona of yelling about PlayStation. I mean, yelling about Nintendo and how Zelda should be the game of the year. Like you went on there and you didn't tell people where to find you on the biggest show in the gaming industry next to E3.
And you have to admit, like they also did him dirty by not just automatically having his channel flash up on screen or something.
You know, I'm gonna
But
play the
he should have
card
been
here.
promoting himself, regardless.
Exactly. I'm gonna play the card here. You know, hopefully this never gets big. And he's black. You know, we're black. You
Wow,
know, we're mixed. They're not
you
gonna
think
give
that's
you
it?
the one. Oh yeah, he's not. They're gonna give you a little piece of the cake, not the whole cake. So you got to basically go get your knife and your bib to make sure that you're prepared. And you know what? He did not go on there prepared.
No, he definitely didn't. But you know, you might you might be right because would he have even been invited to be on there if they weren't planning on like clowning him? You know,
Exactly. So
because if you look at the video, especially the view count at the time the Game Awards was going on, it really wasn't that high.
nope.
So someone within their staff saw it, thought it was hilarious, and thought it'd be funny if he was there. So
Yo, you sent me something on Discord?
no, no, I don't think so.
Something came through. I don't know where it's from.
I just posted the stream in the general chat
Okay.
about like 30 minutes into it, but it's fine.
That's the one thing about YouTube. It sucks. Is yeah. Regardless of this is a new channel, if we are not consistently uploading, people don't care. Like if and when I go back to my Dark Cloud channel, I have to be consistent. At least here, 2 weeks of video, 2 days, 2 days, two what is it, 2 videos a week here, 2 video or 1 video a week there, or 2 videos a week there, or whenever new stuff come out. It's and the production value is crazy. And lately, I've just been I don't know, man. I've turned into a film buff or like a videographer. Like I do like film. Like now, I record. I just picked up a drone. It should be coming in a few days. The Mavic Air 2, and
Why?
I'm gonna be doing because I go nature walks, dude. I go to like Tahoe. I go hiking. I got a husky now, so I got a husky
Oh,
again. So you
nice.
got to take that. You got to take him out. He's got to go hiking and shit like that. So yeah, man, different life.
Okay, okay.
I traded the blue hair for the lumberjack.
Oh man. Let's see here. Let's see what other topics we got. A lot to go over if we really wanted to dive into it. Something I wanted to talk about. Obviously, we have the pandemic going on, and it's affected gaming in all sorts of different ways. So,
It makes you
you
wonder,
want to take a
like,
stab at it, or do you want me to list off some things?
no. I'll take a stab at it. A lot of things have happened, and especially fraud Baron. Remember before that we never talked about this
How does
because
it
we've
come
been
back to me?
quiet.
How does it
Because
come back
it's
to me?
it's a part of the pandemic when
Oh, okay,
PlayStation
yeah. I know what
decided
you're
that
talking about. Yeah.
they were going to they could back out of packs. He was like, "Oh, they're cowards. This is a virus that's in China. Like, how does this affect you? This is fake news." What happened?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody pulls out. Like games are delayed. Studios are basically closing down. Some games that are coming out, like Dying Light 2, delayed indefinitely until they can tell you something. They can't even give you a specific month anymore. Like this type of shit affects people. Like games that were supposed to come out, like The Last of Us. Granted, from what I'm hearing, it's done. They're just holding on to it. But the fact that people are like things are being changed, like games are being changed. One thing that I could say that's going to come out of this pandemic is that developers have been more time to talk about their games instead of rushing to be on the show.
Yeah.
And
And
if it doesn't show, then they've just been slacking.
yeah, so I mean, it's affected things in a lot of ways. I want to get into some of that, but I do want to go back to what you said. I remember that conversation because it was in the group chat with you, me, Baron, Neo, and gosh, I think Sony pulled out. It was like in February. That's back.
We put
No one was taking this seriously.
Yeah, we pulled out pretty fast in
Yeah,
all of our events because we didn't want to take any
you
chances.
could learn a thing or
And
two from Sony, Cloud.
that's funny. That's funny. Still no scares, no new kids. So yeah, my pull-out game's still on point now.
Okay, no, no. All right, I'll stop clowning you for that. But yeah, so I mean, obviously, there's that. Everything is shut down. All the tournaments that would have happened in person are shut down. Biggest one, obviously, being Evo, and Evo's, I guess, not really shut down. Obviously, no one's going in person. It's all going to be online, and because it's online only, Smash Bros. Ultimate got pulled out from Evo. Ain't that a bitch?
No. Yeah.
I mean, no, that just speaks volumes to
Well, you got to
just
think
how
it's
bad the online is for that game. It's
so.
weird.
I'm gonna sound like the asshole in the room, but I've been to one or two game fighting conventions, and it stinks in there. So think about a place where people go play and sweat, and there's a pandemic based on bad hygiene. You could all spread it. That would have to be the first thing that shuts down.
Yeah, no, no. I'm not saying they're wrong for shutting it down. I'm saying this just really points out how important online gaming is right now. Like,
Yeah,
online gaming right now is huge, and the download,
even
like, yeah, digital gaming,
downloads. Yep.
digital gaming is definitely taking off. Digital downloads, obviously, because no one really wants to leave their house. You're not supposed to really leave your house for much of anything. So
Think
downloads have
about it.
taken off. A lot of people
You
are
know,
picking up gaming
yeah,
now because you're stuck at home. So the Switch is like sold the fuck out. Even
yeah,
accessories
that's
are
true.
selling out because I had a few on like my Amazon wish list, all gone, all
Dude,
gone.
tell me how fucking pissed I was. The fact that my fucking kids' Joy Cons like got Joy-Con drift, and it was out. It's not. It's in Nintendo's warranty to fix. And I go on Best Buy. I'm like, okay, I need one. Sold out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me go to Amazon. Sold out. All right, let me go look at eBay. About $100 more. Fuck that.
Yep.
Hey, let me go to Nintendo. Here, let me tell you where. I go to Walmart. You go into Walmart. All accessories are ripped out. Like it's just empty, empty. There's nothing there. All gone, dude. So I go to GameStop. Of all places, they had some, and it would take like 2 days to get there. That's how bad people don't shop at GameStop, dude.
Oh man. Oh, GameStop can be another topic by itself.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
GameStop's been dancing on like the edge of death for how
dude, they got
long?
their license
Almost a
taken
year
from them.
now. Yeah.
They got their license taken from them because they went and opened up backup stores, and the government yet.
Hmm. Yeah. No, GameStop's tripping. They fought tooth and nail to stay open, and they stayed open literally when it was illegal too. And then freaking that forced shutdowns and had their business license taken. I think that was on a state level. Like it didn't happen on a
Mhm.
national level, but it should have.
I think personally, I think that GameStop was too greedy on how fast they expanded. They should have stayed the Funko Land mentality, a few stores in few locations, and they would have been good.
Should have, would
They
have,
would
could
have
have.
been good.
Yeah.
If Funkoland EB Games was the way it was before GameStop came in and tried to become the monopoly and all this other shenanigans, and then being partially owned by Barnes and Nobles, they could have easily became the next Toys R Us slash game store, because when you went to Funkoland, they had all that stuff. Then game
No.
Toys R Us went under, and the unbelievable dick bags on fucking trade-ins, and the profit they were making on trade-ins, they could have came. You know what they could have did? They could have beaten Best Buy at their own game. GameStop had the ability to do trade-ins, still make a profit, still sell the games, but they could have did the same thing GameStop did, but with used games. They could have came out with a Gamers Unlock Unlimited card where you get 20% off used games all the time, and you get like 10% on your trade-ins all the time, but you have to pay $50 or $60 a year for this card. Bro, they could have been banking. People would have been in there buying, because what? Even if they're not making the same profit that they made, they usually buy a game. Like, you buy a game right now from them, a brand new Madden game. You take it back the next day, they're giving you $25 for it. Then they resell it for $49.99 or $49.99 or $55.99, whatever, $54.99. They sell it at like they're like 50% of the profit. That they're doubling the profit. So it's like they could have did that and still stayed in business, but they got greedy.
Yeah, I think pretty much all of GameStop's problems, it lies with how it was managed on the higher scale. And then you think about GameStop, especially, have you been to one recently?
No,
Or at
I
least,
shop online only.
okay. Yeah, no, they'll try to upsell you everything, and they damn near try to steal your phone. They're like,
Yeah,
hey, what's that? What kind of phone you have? Oh, can I see it? Oh, do you want to sell it? I'm like, no, dude, it's my phone. I'm using it. Like, back the fuck up.
that's typical GameStop.
Yeah,
It's
it's you're not allowed to, like, go in there, have a normal conversation, just window shop or something. No, everything is trying to be sold to you. Do you want the power ups card? Can I check out your phone? It's like, oh, you should buy this used game instead of buying it new. You should. There's there's like 10 different levels of just like automatic NPC dialogue they have to gurgle out before you know they can help you with anything.
the only thing good GameStop's got going for them right now, which is also a negative, is their exclusive collector's editions that they would normally get.
Yeah,
Yeah, which is bad. You don't know. Which is bad for them because one, I don't think anyone should have an exclusive on a collector's edition
no, hell no.
unless they made it, or exclusive DLC that you can't get unless you shop with them. I don't think anyone should have that. But those are the things that pull customers in. Again, if they had that Gamers Unlock a card, they would be fired. They would. One of the reasons why I was still buying my games at Best Buy was because the Gamers Unlock. I paid, what was it, like $25 or $50 for the whole year, or was it almost like for 2 years or something like? And every game that I bought, I got 20% off.
Yeah, I think it was a 2-year thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, and the discounts you got were absolutely nuts. You'd have to be like a special kind of stupid not to get it.
Yeah,
Uh,
especially a person like
if
me
you're
that buys
buying
a
new
collector.
games as they come out, yeah, automatically,
Dude,
they're like,
20% off of a collector's edition? Like, yeah.
yeah, it was broken, and they definitely, I think, after those 2 years were up, they're like, okay, it's done, it's over.
Yeah, and the thing is, Best Buy was, they didn't feel that they had to battle with GameStop anymore, so they took it away. But if GameStop would have put pressure on them, the same thing like we say when it comes to PlayStation and Xbox,
Yeah,
if Xbox and PlayStation push pressure on Xbox, they change. They give you Game Pass. They do all of these things. But if PlayStation just kept on doing the thing that they did, and they kept on flopping, and Microsoft kept on flopping, nothing changed. You got to give competition. So their only other competition in the gaming department was GameStop, and then GameStop was not fighting back.
no, GameStop. they've been holding the L. Like you think about GameStop's peak about what 14 years ago. Yeah, times have changed and just GameStop hasn't. So, well, I mean, you look at all the
Fire.
changes, it's all negative as hell. Like nothing that would actually help keep customers there. So anyways, gosh, we were talking about the pandemic screwing up games, oh, screwing up things in general. So yeah, obviously, definitely been messing with GameStop, um, and they've just been on a huge downward spiral for a hot minute now. Deserve to be closed, to be honest. We were talking about
Hey,
digital
when
downloads, we're
they
talking
give
about online games.
when I get my collector's edition of Ghost of Tsushima and Last of Us, then they can close. Until then, keep them open. Fulfill my pre-orders.
Oh, if you ever hear that your store is closing, your GameStop store is closing, immediately go there and cancel everything because they have been known to just take all that money. Like if that
What else
store
they could
goes out and you didn't go over there specifically to get your stuff back, it's gone.
You know, I feel used when I tell people I used to work at GameStop now.
I used to as
it's
well, man.
it's not an accolade anymore. Like, yeah, I was a general store manager. I'm like, yeah, that means you were part of the problem.
Yeah. You don't have
No,
that
dude,
warm fuzzy
pre-order
feeling.
this. Yeah, pre-order this game, man. Why should I pre-order it, dude? It's you're first in line. We're only getting a certain amount of copies of this. You know what I'm saying? And then when the guy comes in and he doesn't pre-order it, you lie to his face and say, "No, we don't have any more new copies. I have a used copy though."
Yeah, no, it's insane. And then like if it's a rare game or something that's like more obscure, like there's been times where even if I pre-ordered it, they wouldn't have it. They'd be like, "Oh,
Yep.
we just sold it." I'm like, "Wait, what are you talking about? I pre-ordered it. That's the whole point of me pre-ordering it is that you are guaranteed to have it." And they're like, "Oh, well, we only got this many in." I'm just like, "Then why did you allow me to even pre-order, dude?" So it's like one extreme or the other, right? People will
Yep.
have it in excess and be like, "Oh no, should have pre-ordered," or you do pre-order and then they're like, well, we sold your copy."
What I don't like about them when it comes to like online pre-orders, they fuck up on, let's say
Everything.
you pre-order it and they don't take the money up front, and let's say, I don't know, like your card didn't go through but the money was in there, they cancel your pre-order. You can't even call them and fix it. It's like, no, that pre-order is gone, it went to somebody else because your shit didn't go through. Why the fuck didn't you take the money up front from the first?
Yeah. Oh, all right. I want to move on from GameStop. I really do. uh, so what else could we talk about? I mean, yeah, shortage of Switches out there. A lot of people have been picking up Switch specifically, and it's been causing some game sales to go through the roof. Like Animal Crossing is now the number
13
one
million.
game in Japan. It is the best-selling Switch game in Japan.
Isn't it like 13 million copies sold within 11 days?
Yeah. Yeah, we don't even have current numbers. 11 days, 13 million copies sold. Now, I'm not saying Nintendo orchestrated everything. I'm just saying their timing was a little too perfect.
Even with all the backlash they were getting from so-called pedo gamers in that game, it was still selling. And even me now, like I think I got like what 20 hours in the game because I'll just hop on, go to my
It's
daughter's
one of those
village.
games where it's really easy to sink time into because, it doesn't demand your attention. You're not, fighting enemies or anything. You can just literally just sit there, have it open, and just, screw around.
Yeah,
So those numbers add up real quick. Like, I think my hours for Animal Crossing. Hold on here. Yeah, I have 165 hours in Animal Crossing, which sounds like a lot, but some of my friends they'll have 600,
well,
700
you need to come
hours.
to my village and give me some seeds or something. I'm tired of seeing apples.
Oh, bro, I got you. What kind of fruit you want? I got all the fruit. Doesn't matter.
Everything, bro. Like I'm tired of seeing apples. Like the one thing I dislike about the game is that when you play The Sims, and we're gonna get to that EA thing,
Yep.
is when you build up your house, you can use all those things. When you get the best house in Animal Crossing, and you set it up, you can't use none of those things. You get a vacuum, you get all that stuff. It's just there for looks, giggles and looks, man. Like what the hell?
You're not wrong. Yeah,
And it's like
that is one
you
of my complaints about Animal Crossing. It's just
can't
all
even create relationships. You should be able to create relationships in that game or a job system. Like that's what Animal Crossing needs. It needs a job system. It needs like even when it came down to what is it? Stardew Valley. Yeah, you were a farmer. It was kind of like a Animal Crossing type of game, but you had to deliver crops to specific people. You had to grow specific crops a certain time of the day. You could do different things. It's like Animal Crossing. It's like you get up, you fish, you cut some trees, you look for some rocks, and you go fulfill some random quests. Go get 30 of these ores to help build this store, and then that's it.
yeah, yeah. There's a lot of potential, a lot of room for improvement there, but
And it's not like you
is
could
what
do anything fun, or maybe I'm just not there yet. Like you're at an island, it's like, oh, can I get on a jet ski, do some multiplayer with my friends? No, can't do any of that.
that's the thing. It's really hard to come up with different things you can do for multiplayer, but some people have gotten a little creative, created like mazes on their island. About a month ago, I had created a fire maze on my island. That was fun. But no, there's inherently, it's like there's no fun in Animal Crossing. You have to like come up with it.
It's a time waster.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. And I'm not hating on the game. It's just when you look at it face value, it's like
The game
it's
does
something.
not respect your time, especially like in the first 3 days you're playing it. It does not
Yep.
respect you at all.
Like, oh, you work? Oh, you want to go to the store later? You got home at 8? Oh, unless you mess with that time, the store closes at 8 o'clock.
Oh yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Oh, you got to wake up in the daytime to catch a specific bug. Oh, got it.
Hmm. Yeah, it just does not respect the player. So, anyways, EA. This is going to be a fun topic because we've been talking about this for a while
We don't
now.
know what
I feel like every single podcast we have to
we
bring
don't know
up
what it means
EA.
though.
So, we've said it before, where regardless of how EA feels about Nintendo, investors are going to be looking at the Switch and the sales numbers going like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? You're missing out on money. We're missing out on money. And I think they finally had to crack.
Well, that's a given. That's a given.
That
Like
was
as
definitely
much
going to happen. I think we finally hit that point where, like,
because if Tony Hawk wants to make money on this new game coming, yeah, it's 4K 60, but right now the hot system for this pandemic is the Switch.
yeah,
Granted, the game's coming out in September, but still, we don't know when it's going to change. The amount of people that own a Switch, I know. What was it? My wife's her cousin. She don't play the Switch. She don't play no games. She was on the hunt for a Switch. Like, really?
so many Switches have sold. One of my
Yeah.
friends who hasn't played games in God knows how long, she got a Switch and she got Animal Crossing, and she didn't even get an actual Switch. She had to settle for a Switch Lite, and I think even those are starting to sell out.
Those are gone.
Yeah, no, Switch is gone, dude. Like, and it's one of those things where you have to think about like, okay, the investors, they already knew the Switch was selling well, and then you look at the numbers now, and then you try to find one now. It's like, yeah, you need to put it on the hot system. Like, I mean, obviously, PlayStation 4 is the number one system of this generation, but you have to consider how fast the Switch is up and coming, right? And now with obviously the announcement of next gen, people have their eyes on PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X or whatever the hell it is. So you know they're going to be holding back on buying games for PS4 and Xbox One because they know that next generation is right around the corner. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Whereas the Switch, it came out about 3 years ago. So, we're somewhere between, halfway or maybe a little past halfway in the Switch's life. Who knows? But, it's definitely got at least another good 2 years in it. Probably a little more. So people will be willing to spend games on the
Nintendo
Switch.
does like a 5 year cycle, right? Or did they do a 7 year cycle?
Uh,
I could have felt. I could feel like Nintendo only does like a 5 to 6 year cycle.
yeah. So generally, like way back in the day, it was like a 5 year cycle, and I think between the Wii was a 6 year. Um, the Wii U was I think 4.5. It was less than 5. I know that. I mean, obviously, they needed something to come out. So, somewhere between 4 and 6 years. They have very short life cycles, if we're being
Mhm.
honest with ourselves.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. I'm just thinking like with the thing with the EA is that there's no way that you're gonna sit there because remember what happened with the game the 3DS when it first came out and they
Yeah.
were like, oh, there's gonna be a Madden game coming out for the Game Boy. What? I could play Madden on the go? That game sold. It was a trash ass Madden, but people bought it.
Exactly.
FIFA on the Switch, people buy it. Even though they're getting the same thing, people buy it. Then on top of that, you the Sims. One of the you talk about people wasting time on a portable device.
That will do it. That will easily do it. Put the Sims on the Switch. Bro, EA make easy bank right there. That is literally free money.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be money, and I don't understand how that's not something to go for. Like, and it's not like the Switch isn't hard and isn't powerful enough to run Sims the way it is on PS4 right now, because it's that same Sims run on PS3, so it should be able to run with a little bit of caveats of resolution drop and all that. It's easy.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like it's a game like The Sims. Yeah, it's not gonna break the Switch. Not at all.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're really dumb for skipping out on that. Oh, Dimitri's unavailable. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out my plan here for Fire Emblem, but yeah. So guys, I don't know if we specifically said the details, but basically,
It's
EA had
UK.
come out and said that they're going to be putting more games on the Switch. So who knows what that means? Is it two more
Stupid ass
games? Is it a dozen
they
more
made last.
games?
What was that stupid ass comment they made last? People that own a PlayStation 4 would rather play those big titles
Yes.
on. Remember that stupid ass article?
Yeah. They had some real ignorant article like that. It's like, well, people would rather play our games on PlayStation 4 or yeah, PlayStation, Xbox, whatever the hell they said. They're like, yeah, no. Basically, people don't want to play EA games on Switch. I'm like, no, they kind of do.
Dude, I would kill for a freaking Need for Speed on Switch. Ugh. Like, what was the one thing that you saw every time a race car game came out for Switch? They compared it to a Forza or a Need for Speed because we couldn't get anything close to it. And then the one company came out of nowhere, which was Grid. They were praised for it.
Yep.
Everybody, Foundry made video after video praising it. So EA should be like, damn, it's that much of a drought. People are buying that much. The software attached is more than what did they say the software attached for Switch owners is? I think 7 games per Switch owner.
Is that what it is?
I I gotta look it up again, but it was some crazy number, or actually, I think it was higher than that.
I wouldn't be surprised because you think about it, people. people want their games, they don't want to be limited to where they play their games. And if for some reason Sony or Microsoft came out and they had a next gen portable system, scrap the console idea, people would love it. People would love the only thing people don't like about like the idea of portable gaming, like something like the Switch, is that you're losing out on power. If they found some magical way to not sacrifice power, everyone would be on board.
We keep saying it.
Guaranteed.
As much as you love the Switch, what were you saying a few weeks ago? You hope that Sony came out with something that would battle Nintendo in hardware power?
I've been saying that. I wish they would. I really wish Sony would do something like that so Nintendo could stop just doing nothing.
Yeah, and Nintendo feels like they got the market because it's like, oh,
well, they do.
The Vita didn't sell, but they forget how close the PSP was.
I wouldn't say the PSP was. The PSP was definitely successful. Don't get me wrong. Like, it was great, and it did numbers. But even then, they weren't really close to what the DS did. And that's the thing that bothers me is like Nintendo has no competition when it comes to handhelds, so they just put in minimal effort because they know they can get away with it. It's like, what else are you gonna buy?
When did this article come out?
All right.
They're saying that they're saying that 4.1 people out of every Switch own 4.1 games per Switch owner.
So about 4 games then. Yeah. Sure.
I know.
I believe it. I mean, you think about how many Switches have sold, so yeah, that's probably the right number for software attach rate.
They're saying that it's more than 50% attach rate of the Switch. That's crazy.
Hey man, it's you want to say it's crazy, but at the same time, it's just you think about everything the Switch has going for it.
Now imagine if they had online, or if they actually had like a party chat system.
Imagine if Nintendo gave a single fuck about online. I'm not asking them to like totally come out here, give us some fancy new features we've never seen before, reinvent the wheel. Just imagine if they give a single fuck and was just like, you know what, guys? Here's literally the bare minimum for online. I would be ecstatic. I would be happy as hell. But no. Nintendo won't even let us have that.
Why would Nintendo give their fans what they want other than games?
Gosh. It's ridiculous. How long have we been paying for online? It's been about 3 years.
You said that the phrase you said, Nintendo's online is run by a hamster wheel.
I'm telling you, dude, the entire server is powered by a hamster and a wheel, and the hamster actually died about like 2.5 years ago, and they never swapped it out.
That's funny, man.
It's powered by a potato, dude. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's not okay what Nintendo does with online, or guess what they don't do with online. To the point where you look at Smash Bros. Ultimate, the #1 selling fighting game. I think, how much is it? Isn't it like over 15 million? And it's not going to be at EVO this year because of how bad Nintendo's online is.
Yeah. Well,
it's just like you literally have I want to say the best fighting game, but at least the #1 selling fighting game. You should be there for free. There should not be any doubt in anyone's mind that, Nintendo's going to be there in some fashion, but no. And it's weird. Something that bothers me is like, why is the Smash Bros. Online so bad? But every time I play Mario Kart online, it's pretty smooth.
I think because Mario Kart's more of a streamlined game versus Smash is more of like a dedicated hardcore fan game.
I don't
Like
know.
kids pick up and play Street Mario Kart, versus like my kids, they don't play Smash. They'll play Mario Kart online easily. They pick up Mario Kart and they go online and it's like, oh, this is choppy. I'm never touching this shit again. Kids don't. Some kids, it's us, the older kids, or the adults that play Smash Brothers, and versus the people that play Mario Kart. Man, and it's I don't know. That's just my way of looking at it.
Yeah, well,
Most kids that play Smash, they play on the same screen.
yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. And I don't get how Nintendo can take steps backwards when it comes to online. Like, I don't know.
You mean how can a Japanese company that thrives on cutting edge technology be missing on cutting edge technology?
I'm just saying, if we look back at the Wii U had better online than the Switch. It's like that's the thing. I when I say I wish Nintendo had competition, I really mean it because you look at the Wii U how bad it did, but you look at what Nintendo, at least try to do to get the sales up. You look at the virtual console. You look at that, you know, the best web browser. You look at all the features they were adding and updating, and it was free online, and it wasn't the best, but it was somehow better than the Switch. I don't know. It's terrible. You look at the online features in the games. They way more features than what's in Smash now. It's ridiculous. I don't know.
Did you hear about the BS or the rumor of Swap Note coming to Switch?
No, Nintendo's too scared to do that.
There's rumors. Look it up. There's videos. There's people saying that there's Easter eggs of it coming to Switch. I'm like, bro, if that's the messaging system that we get today, when Nintendo's first commercial was kids, teenagers, young adults at basketball courts, and then you give them swap notes, bro. Like you got to think of everybody. And I was watching WWP Weapon Wheel, and apparently there was this thing that came out with Nintendo of why they chose to do friend codes instead of doing usernames. And apparently,
Oh yeah, I remember.
yeah, so they decided to do friend codes because they didn't want it to be easy for you to randomly find someone. And when you have friend codes, like when you have a username, there's too many people that possibly have the same type of name. Like if I type in Dark Cloud right now on PlayStation, there's at least 16 of them. When you type into someone's friend code, there can only be one.
Yeah, I don't know. I still think it's pretty whack, but whatever.
That's their control problem, man. I feel that Nintendo's run by parents. Like
Well, I'm trying to remember. Did the Wii U use friend codes?
I could have swore I had like
I don't think they did. It's been so long. I don't think they did. They brought it back for the Switch.
I don't think it had friend codes. I
No.
think it had like a friend list system. Wii U friend code. Hold on, I'm launching a video right now. Nah, like you had your play. Oh yeah, it was just your play online ID. I don't
Yep.
think it had friend codes. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. It's like the Switch, don't get me wrong, in many ways is a huge leap up from the Wii U, but in a lot of ways it's a step back. And
Yep.
I wish Nintendo would just take the good things that they have implemented in the past and then add more good things and move forward. And that's just a trend with them. They'll add new things, they'll do cool things, and then they'll be like, okay, and it'll come at the cost of something that was good. So it's always this balancing act they try to do instead of just letting it be awesome.
Mm, I don't know, man. It's Nintendo is their own company. They feel that they can do what they want to do when they want to do it, and then they have great games.
That's the
And
thing. Yeah. If it wasn't for the games, I would not fuck with Nintendo.
you
Like
know,
straight
I'm
up.
glad around 9 o'clock around here, Xfinity starts acting weird. So I don't know how much longer we got, but
Okay,
the
yeah.
way the way Nintendo is, it's their games that keep me coming. So
I mean, the more you think about it, that's all they have. I mean, their hardware's hit or miss. Like they hit a gold mine with all the creativity that they have here with the Switch, but it really comes down to the games at the end of the day for Nintendo. Because I mean, like we were talking about that Paper Mario Origami King. Like, where else are you gonna find something like that? Who else is gonna do something like that? You know?
yeah, no one else. No, you know who might try to copy that though? Microsoft.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Like,
Gosh,
that company has a like nobody else.
I wish they would figure out something that they're gonna be doing with gaming, because they're literally they just threw darts on a board and then they're trying all of that, but like in a half ass kind of way. Like they're not really
Their
dedicated
problem,
to anything. You know?
yeah, you're right. They're not dedicated because they'll try something new, and if it doesn't catch wildfire like Halo or Gears of War, Forza, they drop it,
Mm-hmm.
and then they go right back to Gears, Forza, and that's it. Like, how much did they hype up? The hell's the name of that stupid game? Now let me launch my Xbox app because I actually have Game Pass.
Oh man, gonna wipe the dust off and launch the Xbox.
No, PC. I got Game Pass on PC.
Oh wow. See, that's the thing. You don't have to wipe the dust off your Xbox to see what games are available on Xbox. Ah.
Yeah,
Oh man.
dude. When we bought the house, right now it's only the PlayStation Pros in the living room. Like, I thought about putting the X up. I'm like, I'm never gonna turn that thing on. And besides, I have Game Pass and I could just play it in the office. Uh,
Yeah.
what the hell is the name of that mode? It's not even up there on their thing anymore, bro. Even Microsoft. Hold on. Most played. Where's it at? Oh, Bleeding Edge. What happened to that?
Whoa. Okay, I know that title sounds familiar, but I also have no idea what it is at the exact same time.
See, they capped for Bleeding Edge. They talked about Bleeding Edge. They they basically hyped up Bleeding Edge. They showed it off.
Mm.
And it came out. It's on Game Pass. You haven't heard shit about it since.
Yeah, there's a lot of games that do that, for being honest.
No, not a first
Oh,
party
okay,
game.
not a first party game. You're right. You're right. Yeah. First
You
party
know
games usually get some traction for a bit.
what would it look like if Nintendo came out with Animal Crossing and never talked about it again after launch?
Oh, that would look really, really dumb. And actually, funny enough, Animal Crossing is like literally the opposite. Like Nintendo said they're going to support this game for years. They're going to update it for literal years. So,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some Xbox who was like, "Well, Microsoft said that they're going to keep updating this game. The game's going to get better over time." But I've heard nothing from them. There's
Mm-hmm.
no patch thing, and if there are patch rumors or like data that's going to come out later to make the game better, but I have to go looking for a specific room. When it comes to like Sony and it comes to like Nintendo, if they launch an Uncharted game and there's going to be like an expansion or like a DLC, they throw it in your face. Nintendo, we're gonna support this game for years. You go on the eShop. Hey, don't forget to get this what do you call it? This seasons pass so you can get this version of the game and this much DLC. Microsoft, I can't tell you what game on here has DLC.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Like,
Nintendo's
look, I
Nintendo's
opened up.
really been, I guess, taking DLC. I want to say more seriously lately. Like it feels like they kind of dabbled with it before, but now they're really like leaning into it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. But to come out of nowhere, because remember, Nintendo was not known for DLC. DLC is known on PC for MMOs, PlayStation games, some Microsoft games. But how does Nintendo come out of nowhere and do DLC better than Microsoft?
Because most companies moved on from DLC. It's all about microtransactions now, and I hope that's a wave Nintendo never jumps on.
I'm down for DLC. Fuck microtransactions.
Yeah, it's like and the way Nintendo does DLC, sometimes it can be hit or miss, but generally it's like pretty good. You look at the value you get out of the Breath of the Wild DLC.
Mhm.
It's pretty insane. Uh,
The game alone has so much shit you can do in it, like
exactly.
dungeons. Like, or, well, were they called dungeons? I forgot what the hell they were called. Were they dungeons?
Shrines.
Shrines, yeah. Like
Actually,
you,
you know what?
no, it was shrines. It was shrines.
Let me fire that bad boy up right now. Hold up.
Like you
How do I do
go, dude.
shrines?
That's also something I was gonna say. You know me of all people, I only do physical games. Since this pandemic, I think every game I've bought new
Am
has all
I?
been DLC, all been digital download.
Hold on.
Speaking of digital
I feel
downloads,
like such a dumbass right now. How do I not know how to?
where, what is the price of a 1 terabyte micro SD?
It took me that long. All right. I'm just an idiot.
I'm not spending $200 on a fucking SD card. Not happening.
Whoa. What are you looking at? Are you looking at a terabyte?
Yep.
Oh no. Yeah, don't do that.
You would
Definitely.
think they would drop the price on that, but hey, actually no, they would raise the price because everyone's at home and they need one. Got it.
Yeah, I've been eyeballing the 512 every now and then. About like every couple of days, I'll look at it, and the price is kind of jumps up and down. I think last time I looked, it was 90, which I
Yeah,
might
it's
I
80.
might bite the
I'm
bullet.
listening to it.
I
It's
might
like
bite the bullet. Yeah.
$89.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
but I'm only gonna gain maybe about 80 gigs because they're not gonna get that full 512.
Yeah, of course. I
I would
mean,
never trust a Lexar card, but there's one for $71.
yeah, not worth it. Pay the extra 19 $20. I have no idea what the last thing I was doing in this game was.
Yeah,
And according to the file, I haven't played this game in like damn near 2 years. So
I didn't even play the DLC. You know what I did not? You know the one thing I don't like is
what
people
don't
saying that
you?
Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is trash, absolute garbage. When I actually like that game, I like the combat system. I
Mhm.
like the game. I even like the story. But no, people say it's trash. It says it's complete hot garbage.
Yeah, people really hate on that one, and I'm not entirely sure what that's about.
They say that they don't like the combat system.
Is the combat system really that different?
No.
I don't think it is. I think a lot of the complaints I hear are about like the characters, and no, actually, that's pretty much all the complaints I hear about the characters, and maybe the story wasn't as good as the original.
You know what? The first story was okay, but it wasn't all that great either.
Oh, yeah, don't say that.
So I just said it. Well, as a matter of fact, during the Blue Ocean era, Lost Story was way better. Last Story. Yep.
Last story.
Yep.
Mm, do you think
The
last story
story,
was?
not the game. Not the game, the story.
Huh. Interesting. Interesting, man. Yo.
Like when like what's her name? The damn, what the fuck is that chick's name? The chick when she died, I didn't have no emotional connections to her.
You ever think about how we had to beg Nintendo for those games, and now
Yeah.
we're getting the third release of Xenoblade Chronicles, and then it got two sequels.
Yep. They really fucked up on Xenoblade X though.
Yeah, they definitely
That didn't
did.
even, that didn't even have a story. It should have been called something else. I don't think it should have been called
Bro,
Xenoblade.
the story, all the story was crammed into like the last, no joke, 15 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
It was embarrassing.
I did, however, beat Xenoblade Chronicles on Wii, and then I beat it on 3DS.
Nice,
I
nice.
don't think I want to beat it again. Again, it's not a remake; it's a remaster, so ain't nothing changed.
Uh, we'll see when it comes out. I don't think too much changed though.
But it that's kind of unless you got any more topics. I think that's it.
Um, we've been gone so long. If we dig hard enough, we can think of something. But I think that's a good amount, good amount to cover. Sorry for the wait, guys.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Oh wait, hold on. There's a piano for Switch.
Hey, I think that's cool though, right? That we're getting some more like educational or like not necessarily game kind of things, and
What happened?
there's actually something in my wish list. I started putting things in my wish list that were not so much games. Like, hold on here. Like, I know one of them is like for programming games. I know one of these supposedly is like music studio software. I mean, I'm not going to say it's like high end, but like it allows you to create music on the Switch.
Trying to make your own beats, huh?
Yeah.
Hold
You
on.
wanna invest in your boy's mixtape? You wanna invest $48 so I can buy the software and
Oh, you know what we didn't talk about?
what's up?
Bravery Default. The Bravery Default 2.
Oh yeah.
I demo, but play it.
I didn't even download the demo. Oh, Outer Worlds has got a release date. Um yeah.
Wait on that. I need to see since it doesn't run all that great on console.
Oh, reconnected. Alright. Yeah, we definitely
What?
gotta cut this off before
Oh
we
yeah,
run into technical
Wonderful
issues.
101 remaster. Don't
Who?
forget to pick that Wonderful One remaster.
Oh yeah. Isn't that out now?
The 19th.
19th. So what's that, Tuesday? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, people.
Alright
It's been
guys.
a minute. Like, subscribe, hit the share button, man. I know we haven't been here for a while, so I know sub boxes are dead. So it's whatever.
It's
But
all good.
yeah, we're gonna start making more videos again, and may not be production stuff, but it may just be like live chatting. So we'll see.
Cloud is hosting next time. I don't think I'm ever streaming again. I'm pretty sure it's my internet that's having all the problems here. But
Oh
anyways,
no. Around this time, my internet starts acting up, and then at like 11 o'clock, it's like comes in strong.
all right. Anyways, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Like you said, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and we'll let you know. We'll let you know what's good. All right, guys. Peace.